Oh, it did get a lot of hate, didn't it? Let's talk about it. Hello. Hi mates, Pokemon Sword and Shield are about 4 years old, and yes, I've decided to play them in 2024. I have a lot of feelings about the game, and I kind of want to sit here and discuss my experience and what the game actually means to me now. Now let's bring it all the way back to my first ever Pokemon game, Pokemon Yellow. What a time to be alive. Pokemon was a complete different game, I feel. Pokemon Yellow was what really got me into gaming, I think. And playing Pokemon now and reflecting, I have noticed a massive difference. After Pokemon Yellow, of course, I got a little bit older. I begged and pleaded for a DS and finally got one. I saved all the money that I got my hands on and actually picked up X and Y. I can honestly admit that I didn't finish this game series. I didn't finish X and Y. And I feel like at the time I was more attached to other games and I kind of lost my love for the Pokemon series, and that's quite depressing, I know, but it did come back. It did flipping come back, and I'm so glad it came back. I hate to admit it, but it came back when I started to play Let's Go Pikachu, which honestly was one of the most easiest Pokemon games I've ever played. But at that time, that's exactly what I needed. I needed an easy, mindless, numbing game that would make me feel cozy. All the nostalgia that I went through when playing Let's Go Pikachu was just incredible. Being on the boat, having Pikachu as my main, following me about, I just felt a sense of, it just felt good. And then that brought me on to the Pokemon series all over again. And the next game after that I actually fully completed was Arceus Legends. Now that had so much hate because the graphics, and graphics don't make a game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I honestly did. I think the storyline was okay. Was it good? No. Is many storylines good these days? No. So Arceus Legends was actually, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. The graphics, they did suck. They really did suck, and I don't understand why I played these games backwards. Graphics, as I said, don't make a game, but they could have done better. I think we all want to see Pokemon in like beautiful 4K. You want to see all the characters looking great. That's why when it comes to Pokemon, we all cry when we don't have good graphics. So Arceus Legends, again, a little bit, I found it super cozy, obviously harder than Let's Go Pikachu. And then I started to play the Detective Pikachu series, and they were really, really fun. Then again, I fell off Pokemon for a few years, and I don't know why I do that, but I just do. I feel like life stress makes me fall off games. Anyway, that's the backstory. It came to a time now, years later, I've become Pokemon obsessed. Got a nearly full binder of Pokemon cards right over there. 2 massive Pokemon boxes and Pokemon cards that I've just unboxed on the stream. I've also ordered a ridiculous amount of weird Pokemon merch to open for a video. I'm just a Pokemon girl right now. So anyway, I picked up this game when I was feeling a little bit like down in the dumps, and I thought, I'm gonna see if it brings back that fuzzy nostalgic feeling that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Yellow and Arceus Legends brought back. And honestly, it did. But were there flaws to this game? And would I suggest playing it in 2024? That's what I'm going to explain to you. The main reason that I see this game being pooed on is because the story sucks and it's too easy. Do I agree with that? Yeah, this story isn't great and it's super duper easy. But did I have fun playing it? Yes, and that's mainly because I got that nostalgic Pokemon feeling that I had whilst in the car and under the bed sheets with my stupid magnifying glass stuck onto my pink Game Boy. I had that cozy feeling that a lot of games don't give me, and sadly for some people I kind of feel like Pokemon has turned into a cozy game, and for me recently cozy is what I needed. Regardless of the really dull story, I completed it, and I completed it in approximately 3 days. Oh yes, that's how easy it is. I feel like so many of the characters are background characters, and I can't tell you how much I screamed when I saw the design of the baddies like that. These are not intimidating at all. I wasn't scared, I laughed, I was shocked because who are these? And they also looked like they stunk. I was holding my breath and playing, which kind of sucks, but also, I'm kind of glad there wasn't a ridiculous amount of dialogue. Normally in Pokemon games, you'll walk around and you'll be like, oh, by the way, oh, by the way, oh, by the way. But this time you kind of get to walk so freely. You only spoke when you get spoken to. I mean, for a autistic ADHD girly, this was fantastic for me. The only conversation that I really delved into was when I knew I could get money and snacks for fighting the guy in the cafe and killing all his Pokemon. That was fantastic. And also the guy with the big Pokemon on his head, the mascot, obviously I wanted to speak to him and he gave me free things. It was great. There's also a lot of freebies just lying around everywhere. So that was like a big scavenger hunt, which I really enjoyed. But most of the times you could just keep to yourself and breeze through areas to areas. Speaking about areas, now this game, I feel personally, is graphically really nice for when it was made like 4 or 5 years ago. And also the areas were stunning. They really put so much detail into this game. And even now in 2024, I was kind of like, oh, this is so freaking pretty. Like, oh, everything was the caves with the fairy light. I was thinking, wow, is this a Pokemon game or is this how I want to get married? Because honestly, I was ready to jump in the game and say I do. The place is so pretty. The little villages everywhere. And can we just talk about the free areas, the free roaming areas? First of all, I was kind of sad that each little city wasn't, I guess, interesting enough to stay there. I kind of like skipped from city to city to city. I didn't need to go back, but it was really pretty to look at. But the free roaming areas was like a different game within itself. There's so many different Pokemon roaming about to fight of all different levels. Obviously, I'm going to be honest, even before the tutorial, I made sure that I leveled my characters up to like 12 to 14 and just breezed through the game completely. I mean, I didn't ever get challenged by any of the challenges. All the bosses were easy, but I did like the little games before the gyms. I did find getting badges super easy. But yeah, I'm not trying to brag, but I did indeed breeze through it. And I quite liked that. It was mind numbing and I needed my mind numbed. But my starter was Sobble and it started so well. I had this little cute, and then he grew twice. And each time he grew and evolved, I did think, oh my gosh, I absolutely need to check his hard drive. Because as he evolved, he got creepier and creepier looking. And I was thinking, I can't believe I picked this as my starter. I am disgusted, but I kept going and he was my main until the very end. I had him from start to finish. Yes, I did try and make my teams very cute, but very deadly. I had Pikachu at the start and I was like, yeah, even nostalgia Pikachu. Honestly, he's awful. I feel like in this Pokemon game, the actual Pikachu, the fat little cozy cuddly Pikachu, was just awful. He was rubbish and I was disappointed because I wanted him on my team so bad and I had to kick him and I actually nearly shed a tear. I felt so bad. There's so much better Pokemon than him now and I think I'm in love with Gothica. Sorry, but I will marry her tomorrow. One of the last things I want to just talk about is the music. I obviously got my hands on X and Y and the music in X and Y was just so good. Going down all the different routes, the music was really bopping. In this game, the music isn't quite cutting it for me. I was a bit disappointed in that. And that's one thing that I hope to see in the new Pokemon games that they do because Pokemon is known for good music. But I'm sorry, the music in this game was just not good. I just didn't enjoy it at all. So, should you play Pokemon in 2024? Honestly, I would say playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, revisiting it in a time where we aren't caring about how hard the game is and probably playing it against your side games. It's honestly been a really cozy experience for me. And if you're looking for that cozy game and some nostalgic game, a game to just snuggle up with a little heated blanket, with your little Coke Zero, a cup of tea, you may drink mud, you may eat toenails, whatever you do, I honestly feel like, yes, I would pick it up. Do I agree with the game's criticisms? 100%. But did I have fun? 100%. I mean, a game doesn't have to be so difficult and hard. It doesn't have to be a Souls game for you to enjoy it. And I would say if I was you, I would definitely revisit it with your own thoughts in mind, not what every other Tom, Dick and Harry thinks on the internet. Is it the best Pokemon game in the world? No. Does the storyline kind of suck and is the game too easy? Yes, but I enjoyed it and that's all that matters. If you liked my comprehensive chat talk of Pokemon Shield and you want to see me talk about more games that I play, because I've been playing a lot of games recently, I've been enjoying all the games, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think about the new Pokemon games and are you excited for the ones that are coming up? And follow me on my socials, because if you don't follow me on my socials, I will come into your phone screen and do horrific things such as steal your food that you left over from the night before from your fridge. On that note, we can't leave out the cyber hugs. Lovely. I'll see you next week, or maybe a midweek video, who knows? But yeah, follow me. Bye.